All right, welcome back. Today, we are basically unlocking a literal revenue machine. We are breaking down the complete Meta Ads playbook, extracting the absolute best strategies from a beginner to advanced masterclass built exclusively for direct-to-consumer brands. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start scaling, let's dive into the blueprint. So are you struggling to get profitable e-commerce sales? Look, you are definitely not alone. It's the single biggest pain point for brand owners right now, putting your hard-earned money into the machine and getting a negative return. Today, we're framing this entire explainer as your ultimate AI-assisted solution to fix that profitability leak once and for all. Here is the master blueprint we are covering in today's explainer. Setting your ad foundation, AI-powered competitor research, launching sales campaigns, building high-converting audiences, the D2C marketing funnel, and finally, decoding your ad metrics. Let's get right into it. Okay, Section 1, setting your ad foundation. Think of this as the invisible plumbing. Of course, you know you need the absolute basics, right? A business manager, a Facebook page, and hooking up your Metapixel and Conversions API through Shopify. But hey, here's a massive pro tip for your ad account specifically. Add prepaid funds. Do not just link your credit card directly. Why? Well, cards fail. Banks block them randomly. And when that happens, boom, your winning campaigns are instantly paused, and your algorithm's learning phase gets totally reset. Prepaid funds bypass that whole headache. So once your plumbing is good to go, how are you actually buying these ads? You've basically got two options, auction or reservation. For e-commerce, it is all about the auction model. It's a variable cost system, meaning you're competing in real time for high-intent buyers. Reservation, that's a fixed cost model strictly for massive brand awareness. Think, Coca-Cola dropping a brand new flavor. But for direct sales, you absolutely want auction, 100% of the time. Moving on to Section 2, AI-powered competitor research. This is basically your growth cheat code. Before you even started creating ads, you used to have to spend hours just scrolling the Facebook ads library trying to figure out what your competitors were doing. Well, not anymore. Now you can just feed a prompt right into an AI tool like Perplexity. Literally within seconds, it'll tell you that a brand like BodyWise is running a 15% off code with a free gift, and they're heavily leaning on doctor-approved trust signals. Meanwhile, top protein brands might be using flat discounts alongside lab reports. You instantly have the exact messaging angles that are already working in your niche. And it actually goes way deeper than just the ads themselves. You can take the URLs of, say, 10 different competitor landing pages, paste the whole batch into the AI, and ask for their top unique selling propositions. In 10 seconds, it's going to tell you to put 4.5-star ratings right next to your Buy Now button, or maybe to emphasize gut-friendly, science-backed claims. It literally compresses days of grueling research into mere seconds. It's wild. All right, Section 3, launching sales campaigns. Time to build the engine. When you are finally setting up that campaign, these are the golden settings you want. First up, choose the highest volume or value bidding strategy. Actually, a quick warning on this, only use a ROAS goal if you already have a solid history of winning creatives. If you don't, the system just has no data to work with, right? Okay, next, set your attribution to a 7-day click and 1-day view. Be sure to turn on Advantage Plus catalog ads for your dynamic products, and definitely use site links. Those are the mini links right under your videos that direct people to specific collections, and they massively boost your click-through rates. Now, here is an absolutely crucial budget-saving rule. Listen to this. Exclude recent purchasers from your main campaigns, specifically anyone who bought in the last 15 days. Think about it. Why on earth would you pay to show an ad to someone who literally just bought your product yesterday? By throwing recent buyers onto your exclude list, you guarantee every single dollar is spent hunting for net new customers. Moving to Section 4, building high-converting audiences, or as I like to call it, feeding the machine. First up, we have lookalike audiences. This is where you tell Meta to go find people who look exactly like your existing buyers. But the crucial rule here, you've got to keep that scale slider between 0 and 1%. I know, it is so tempting to crank it up to 5 or 10% to get a huge audience, but your relevancy will completely drop off a cliff. Stay right in that 0 to 1% pocket to get the absolute highest converting users. Next, you want to build your custom bottom-of-funnel audiences. Honestly, these people are practically begging to convert. We are talking about users who added a product to their cart in the last 15 days but just didn't buy, or people who watched 50% or more of your video ads, people who initiated checkout. If someone sits there and watches half your video or leaves an item sitting in their cart, the intent is massive. They just need you to give them a little nudge over the finish line. All right, Section 5,
the D2C marketing funnel, fueling with psychology. At the top of the funnel, or TOFU, you're targeting broad audiences who honestly don't even know your brand exists yet. Your creative has got to completely shatter their scroll pattern. You need that viral-style, user-generated content. You need really clear problem-solution demos. Show the exact pain point and then your immediate fix. And authentic founder stories? Those work incredibly well here too. At this stage, it's all about pure value and capturing attention.
Then, as they move into the middle of the funnel, MOFU, the psychology totally shifts. They clicked your ad, sure, but they don't quite trust you yet. So what do? We feed them trust. Show them glowing customer reviews. Highlight those dramatic before and after transformations. You can even run ads that directly compare your features to the leading competitors. Just give them really detailed product demos so they know exactly what they're going to get. And finally, the bottom of the funnel, BOFU. Remember that custom audience of cart abandoners we set up a minute ago? This is for them. They trust you, but they haven't actually pulled out their wallet. The main culprit? Usually it's price. So this is exactly where you deploy those limited time discounts. Introduce a little urgency, like, hey, this sale ends in 48 hours. Give them an absolutely irresistible first-time buyer offer to completely wipe out that final point of friction.
And that brings us to Section 6, decoding your ad metrics, learning how to read the dashboard.
So once your ads are running, a super critical comparison you have to monitor is link clicks versus landing page views. Let's say you see 1,000 link clicks on your dashboard, but only 200 landing page views. Guys, you have a massive leak. That steep drop-off means people are clicking the ad, but they're closing the browser before your site even loads. 9 times out of 10, it means your website speed is way too slow. Fix that one thing and you instantly gain traffic without spending a single extra dime.
Now, here is the absolute golden benchmark you need to monitor, 8 to 12%. That is the add-to-cart ratio you need to be hitting. Out of everyone who lands on your website, 8 to 12% of them should be adding a product to their cart. If you are stuck down at like 2 or 3%, well, your ads are probably fine, but your landing page is failing to convince them. If that happens, you need to immediately go in and test new images, better descriptions, or maybe adjust your pricing. And please, don't just sit there staring at massive spreadsheets. Export your demographic data straight into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude. Just ask it, hey, who is my best customer? It will instantly spot hidden trends for you. Like, it might reveal that 18 to 34-year-old females in major metro areas are driving 80% of your Instagram Reel sales. That is exactly the kind of insight you need to aggressively double down on what's actually working. All right, so we've covered the foundation, the AI research, the campaign setup, the audiences, the funnel psychology, and the core metrics. You literally now possess the blueprint for a highly profitable revenue machine. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Look at your campaigns right now. Which part of your ad machine are you going to optimize first? Get in there, apply this playbook, and I will see you in our next explainer.